Well, hey y'all! It's been a long time. Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. It hasn't really been that long. It's been, what, 2 weeks? But that feels like forever when we only gather once a week. I'm so sorry that I was just too tired last week to do the scheduled live, but in my defense, I had just arrived back the day before from Crochet Guild of America Chain Link Conference, and I underestimated how exhausted I was going to be. And even though I slept for something crazy like 18 hours, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough at all. But I did have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Let's see who we have in chat with us this evening. Woo! Lots of people. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If this is your first time here for a live with It's Crochet O'Clock, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've had a lot of new people subscribe to the channel in recent weeks, so I want to welcome all of the new folks. Come on in. Remember, if you want to chat, you have to be logged into your YouTube account in order to chat with everybody live, and make sure that your chat is turned to live chat and not top chat. Lots of new names. Hello, Kathy, Sue, Carol, D. There's too many that are flying by, but there's Toe Beans. Toe Beans, I got something for you, but first we're going to open up the this month's Knitcrate, you guys. I am the worst ambassador. Now, Am I an ambassador? I'm the worst pusher for Knitcrate ever, because this Knitcrate was sitting here waiting for me when I got back from conference. But I was just too tired, and every morning when I've been getting up for work, I keep telling myself, you need to go live and you need to put up this Knitcrate before you go to work, and there's always so much other stuff. So we're gonna open it up here tonight. Gonna open it up. Let's flip this around, and of course I have no idea why my screens are off kilter again. They went back fine for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden they're back and they're hi. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. My handy dandy trusty. Let's see what's in here. This is the first month where everyone could choose, except for, you know, us, that Knitcrate sends it to us. You can now choose your, I don't want to say your color, because you can't choose your color, but you can choose your grouping of the yarns that you get. Like, you can choose warm tones, you can choose cool tones, you can choose neutral, you can choose just whatever it is that you give me. But there's a window at the end of each month, and I think it's going on right now, where you can go in and you can choose. But I was super excited. Remember last month they told us it was going to be the circus theme, and I was super excited about this. Oh, hey, everybody saying hi to me. Hello, hello. Your screens just like to mess with us because they think it's funny. That's the truth, y'all. It's the truth. So if you've never watched a Knitcrate unboxing, or you don't know anything about Knitcrate, it's a monthly subscription box where you get yarn. This is the monthly membership crate. So normally you get 2 skeins of yarn, you get a booklet that has all kinds of patterns in it. It's called Knitcrate. They are mostly knit patterns, but they also always have one crochet pattern in there as well. So that's why they send it to me here at It's Crochet O'Clock. Plus, who doesn't just love getting yarn? And even if it does say Knitcrate, we can crochet with anything, can't we? I think so. Oh, you guys. What are you? Oh, this is 40% superwash merino, 30% silk, and 30% alpaca. You guys. Oh, if I didn't have makeup on. Oh, look at that. It looks more true to color on the small screen than it does on the bottom. Oh. Holy cow. You guys, this is luxe. This is pure luxe. So another thing that's important, because we're international here at It's Crochet O'Clock, there's no shipping on Knitcrate. It's $25 a month, period. That's all. 25 USD, no shipping. You can live in New Zealand, you can live in Germany, you can live in Italy, in South America, doesn't matter, $25. This is super, super great. And if you look in the description box, there is a code, Crochet O'Clock 20, and it'll get you 20% off of your first month's subscription. So that'll make it $20. And let me tell you guys, I think if you go in right now, because it's still it's the, what is it, like the 22nd open? Yes, it's the 22nd. So there's still time to go in and... Oh, don't touch it to your face, Stephanie. You've got makeup on. Oh man, this is gorgeous. And if you were one of those members that bumped out of it because you didn't want it, you should jump in. This is worth $25. This is worth every bit of $25 times 3, you guys. This is just... Y'all know that yarn, that baby alpaca, or baby in that. Holy cow. Okay, and I got a stitch marker from Mermaid City Yarn. She has an Etsy shop, Mermaid City Yarn. She has a Facebook page, and it is a wee tiny elephant. A wee tiny elephant. How cute is that? Never enough whimsy. I like that. Yes, this is Knitcrate. No shipping, even if you don't live in the US. No shipping. Worldwide. No shipping. Oh, look at that gorgeous red, you guys. All right, let me make sure I'm not giving away any codes. They like to give away codes for the designers in here. Whew. It's a worsted weight yarn. I didn't even tell you guys all of the details on it. It's worsted weight. There's 150 yards in each. Lord Jesus. Let me see. That's for the digital patterns. Oh, 30% baby alpaca. I'm telling you, man, the baby llama and the baby alpaca is where it's at. Okay? It's just where it's at. I'm making sure that there's no... So here's some of the patterns at a glance. This is a cowl. Oh, you guys can't see it because it's off screen. This is a cowl for this month. That's crochet. And then we have these little booties that are crochet as well. And then there's knit socks. And these are like fingerless gloves in knit. Let me see. Extra, extra tiny elephant. Ooh, and those are the colors. I got this one right here. And then there's a red, and then there's a deep blue. Look at that. Let me see. These are the sock yarns because they also have a sock crate that you can get. It's thinner yarns that's normally in that, and there's only one skein. It's cheaper than the membership crate. I think it's normally $20, $19, somewhere around there. But you only get the one hank of yarn in it. Ringleader. Here is a picture of the cowl for crochet. Isn't that neat? I've not heard of baby alpaca or baby llama. My favorite so far is bamboo silk. Okay, Christine, that's good stuff. But baby alpaca and baby llama is where it's at. Super, super, super soft. Okay, let me get this around here. You guys. Aren't those fun socks? I like fun socks. Those are fun socks. I got the red and it's not that red, it looks more maroon. Oh, I would be okay with maroon too. Are you okay with it, Cindy? I'm okay with the maroon. And then the after show slippers. Look at those. Aren't those fun too? Those are like little elf shoes. So much fun. Pop-up peek. Okay, so the theme peek for next month. Gosh, next month is already August, you guys. Where has this year gone? Take wing. So birds is going to be the theme for next month. Oh, you guys. Seriously. Oh, man. Is it my color? Do you think it looks good on me? Probably doesn't, but you know what? It would look fabulous on Amy. Look fabulous on my cousin Amy. Oh, man, this yarn, you guys. I don't want to stop squishing it. Hello to everybody who came in while I was going nuts over this month's yarn crate. This month, by far, my favorite knit crate of the year. By hands down, 10,000%. Just, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh, this is the month, you guys. This is the month. I know some of you guys unsubscribed because we had a couple iffy months. We did. We had a couple iffy months. This month is not one of them, and I'm so sorry, but you guys are never ever going to see this yarn again until it's worked up into something for me. Because I am I'm so sad to put that back in its box. I don't want to. Ever. Ever. Oh, man, that is glorious yarn. That is glorious yarn. So again, look in the description box below. There is a link there for Knitcrate. You can click on the link and you should get the discount. But if you don't, you can always use the code CrochetO'Clock20 and you will get 20% off your first month. Super, super, super worth it. That color looks great on me. Kim, I know that color looks great on you. That's why I sent that color to you. Only in a different yarn. Oh, man. This is the month, you guys. All of you people that left, you should go back. Even if you go back just for 1 month, you should go back just to get that. Okay. Toe Beans is here. No, we're not playing the game of the words that I cannot say. We're not. That was too stressful for me last time. Toe Beans sent me a birthday present, you guys. It got here on my birthday. Look at what she sent me. Isn't that beautiful mermaid yarn? Isn't it so pretty? It's very soft. It's very, very, very soft. This is 100% superwash merino, and it's 240 yards DK weight, and it's from a place called fiberstory.net, and this colorway is called Meadow. And you guys, this is just, it's just pretty, y'all. It kind of looks like it's spun, you know, the Red Heart Unforgettable that they have now discontinued, that you can barely find it in anymore. It's kind of spun like that. So I know that it's going to be tricky if I have to frog it back. But man, those colors are just so, so pretty. And thank you so much, Toe Beans, for thinking about me and for sending me this. I really, really, really do love it. As she said in her card, I know it's probably not your color, but I thought that you might like it anyways, and I love it. And she was probably saying that because of the green, because green is not my favorite color of them all, but I do love me some oceany colors, and this doesn't look like a meadow to me. This looks like that's a mermaid tail. So thank you, toe beans. Let me hold them up to a different screen so you guys can see the color there. Aren't they awesome? I love them so much. Let me put it back in the box so I don't lose it. Yes, that colorway is called Meadow. I don't know if they still have it. Yeah, they, well, I don't know if they've discontinued it or not, but I know that like 2.5 years ago, all the stores marked it way down, like way down. I think I still have a bunch of it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I know that I took a bunch to Florida last year when I went to Florida and gave it to my Aunt Jean Ann because she likes to make make things with the unforgettable yarn, and it's really hard to find now, but I was getting skeins for like 50 cents. 50 cents a skein of Red Heart Unforgettable. I got like 40 of them. Of course I did. Of course I did. And I think that I still have a bunch of them somewhere around here, but it's been so long since I've been into my own yarn stash that I don't even really know what I have there anymore. So you guys want to talk about what's coming to Good Loops? I know you guys do, because there's been a whole bunch of you that were fussing and wanting something in particular, and we've done it for you. You can't buy it yet, but we've done it for you, and I can show it to you. I can tease you. Lots and lots and lots of... I'm just going to lean back here. Do you see all of that behind me? Do I need to change to the bigger screen? Do you see all of that behind me? It's like a bonbon apocalypse up in here, you guys. Bonbon apocalypse. I am being taken over by bonbons. And do you want to know why? Hang on, I will show you why. Does anybody know what this is? I bet you Beverly's going to be the first person to guess it. Her fingers are probably going crazy all over the screen right now trying to type in the words to get in. But this is something that you guys have been asking us for since we launched the bonbons. You guys have been asking us for packages that had all the colors from the line in them. And it was really, really hard to do for us because what these are their takeoffs. The reason that you get knots in yarn is because yarn it comes on these big cones. And when they're spinning them into balls or into skeins or into hanks, they go by weight, and once it reaches that weight they cut it off and they start a new one. Well, sometimes they don't always get to the weight from the cone, so they tie a knot in it, they continue spinning the ball, the hank or the skein, whatever it is, until they get to that weight. That's why some yarns have knots in them. Well, Nurturing Fibers, you will never find a knot in one of their balls of yarn, ever, because they don't do that. If they're spinning a ball of yarn and it doesn't reach the weight that it is supposed to reach, they, before they end the cone, they take that ball and they put it off to the side and they start a complete new one. And what they do with the leftovers, called takeoffs, is they make bonbons out of them. So these are little 10-gram samples of the colors And before, you know, we could just order a big lot of bonbons, but it would be random. So Jennifer got Carlay, who owns Nurturing Fibers, got her talked into doing us groupings of one of every color. And we sold them at the convention. They did really, really, really well at the convention, so well at the convention that we actually had back orders. And the back orders got to me this past week. So I have sent out all of the back orders, and now, right now, we only have 4 of each. We have 4 sets, complete sets, every single color of cotton, of fusion, and in bamboo. So, you guys have... I figured that this was going to make lots and lots of people happy. Look at these bamboos, you guys. Look at those colors. The sheen on bamboo is just remarkable. And the colors that you get with bamboo is just crazy, crazy rich colors. I love it so much. Plus, I love it as a fiber. Could make a scrap blanket with it. You could. These are really good. The cotton ones are really, really, really good for stuffies. I'm not going to say the A word. We're not going to go into that again. We're not going to do it. Or, you know, Emma from Pip and Poppycock, she was just doing she crocheted up a doll of Taylor Swift. And you sent it out too quick, Emma, because I was going to send you the colors that you wanted for her dress. She was making, she saw this picture, and that was what she had in her brain when she was doing the doll. And the dress was striped, but it was real glittery and real shiny. And Emma was having problems finding the yarn for it. And I was like, hello? Bamboo. Bonbons. Got them. Yeah. So, guys, super excited for you guys because I don't know when it's going to be up on the website, though. I don't know when. Jennifer is traveling back to South Africa right now. I think she is still in Rome for like another 2 hours, and then she has a 10-hour flight to finally get back home. She had a 12-hour flight from LA to Rome with work stuff. But it was a little teasy. Hello from Florida. Yay. All right. What was I going? Did I already get through everything? Oh, look, you guys. This was a... What about the Merino minis? I don't have any Merino minis right now. They may be in the next order. I don't know if Jennifer put them. I know that I have a shipment that's leaving either tomorrow or the day after to come here with more stocked stuff that sold at the conference that didn't get into the first box. I don't know if minis are going to be in there or not. Look! Wanda brought this to me at the conference. They're wool needles. Aren't they awesome? I found them. She asked me about them yesterday. She sent me a message and she said, have you gotten a chance to use your needles yet? And I was like, Wanda, I can't find them. I don't know where they are. I think you need to put one aside for me. One of what? One of what, Kim? Oh, so, conference. First night at conference, you guys. So those of you who follow Good Loops on Facebook, we go live every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's noon Eastern Time, 10 a.m. my time because I am Mountain Time. One of our guests that we had on Good Loops Live was a knitting designer, and her name is Juanita. You guys, she designed the most beautiful shawl in Ecofusion. It was just beautiful, and it was called Mochaccino. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shawl. And we were playing around with different color combinations. And Beverly and I happen to have the same taste in yarn, and we love vintage colors. So Jennifer makes me close my eyes while we're unpacking all kinds of stuff and getting ready the night before the marketplace opens. And she says that she has something for me, and look at what she had for me. Juanita knitted me up my own version of the mochaccino shawl. It starts here, comes up, tassels. You guys, I was so happy. Look at that. That's wine barrel, and then that's vanilla, and this is vanilla and walnut. No, pecan. That's vanilla and pecan, and then willow, which is my absolute favorite color of all the colors that Nurturing Fibers has. So she made me my own mochaccino shawl, and I love it so, so, so very much. And this pattern is just beautiful. I cannot knit, but if you guys can knit, you guys should definitely look into this shawl because it's really pretty. I don't know how complicated it is because, again, I don't knit, but I was just super, super thankful that she made this for me. And look, it's got one knits. So conference was great, you guys. Conference was fabulous. It was so much fun. I cannot put it into words how much fun the three of us had. I got to meet a whole bunch of you guys, and that was great. I got to meet a whole bunch of designers that I felt like I already knew because I've been following them for so long. That was awesome. What's not awesome is all of my yarn is mucked up in here. It's been a long time since I've touched Yaya's garden, you guys. I have no idea what's going on. I don't even have a crochet hook. Oh, there we go. Was I using a 4mm with this? Does anybody remember? It's been a long time. I think I was showing somebody how to do a stitch there. Must have been. We were so busy while we were at conference. I'm so thankful that everybody came over by the booth so I could spend time with them and talk to them. So there were so many awesome people. It's awesome to be around your people that love fiber as much as you do, and that love crochet as much as you do, and that get excited about it. It was awesome, and it was a really great hotel. Wasn't you using a 5 point? I don't think I was using a 5.5 or a 4.5. I don't think I was. When is your birthday? My birthday was Thursday. Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. It's okay. You've still got plenty of time. My birthday is the 18th of July, so it was Thursday. I got lots of birthday wishes from people all over the place. Technically, we were already celebrating my birthday on the 27th because the Aussies and the Kiwis started telling me happy birthday on the 17th here. Thank you, Dee, for that pattern. Thank you so much for the belated birthdays. And happy birthday to you, Bethany. Let's see, what all happened at conference? I got to meet Marley Bird in person. Those of you who are in the Facebook group, you've seen those pictures. That was pretty cool. I got to meet Tamara Kelly from Moogly. I got to meet Bonnie Barker from Bonnie Bay Crochet. I got to meet Jess from Jess at Home. Gosh, I got to meet so many designers, so many. A big one for me was meeting Margaret Hubert, because she's a rock star in our industry. She's 84 years old and the woman is still kicking in. She was just tootling all around the conference. She's put out like 40 crochet books, and she makes these gorgeous doily jackets. She developed this technique of using old doilies that have been wounded, and she turns them into these gorgeous jackets. I posted a picture in the Good Loops Cafe, which is the Good Loops Facebook group, and Jennifer posted her pictures because Jennifer actually bought one of her books and then got her to autograph it, and she took pictures with her, and she was wearing one of her doily jackets while she was signing for them. It's just crazy beautiful doily jackets. The woman is so talented. Wait, how many did I have over here? What did I do? Oh, just a regular. Okay. I lost my place for a second. Let's see. What else happened? There was great food. Of course, you know we're going to talk about food. Why is that? What is going on here? Lord Jesus. I was so excited talking about Margaret that I just put a corner in my corner. Only me. It was cool to see your shop in the background of Marley's lives with the fast finger crochet. Yeah, the banner did stand out well, didn't it? Don't forget Marley Bird. How could I forget Marley Bird? I was so excited to meet her because she's like a pioneer of our industry here on YouTube. And I love watching Marley Bird, and I love listening to her because her laugh is just infectious. And I just like being around people that have infectious laughs because it just makes you happy on the inside. You guys, she's just as great in person as she is on camera. She's awesome. Do I have... No, Sarah, I do not have a tutorial for this yet because it is not finished. This is my doodle. The doily lady's name, her name is Margaret Hubert. These freaky, don't you steer somebody in the wrong direction. You know next week I might rip half of this out. You better stop. This is just my doodle. Just so I have something to work on while I'm with you guys during lives each week. I can't work on other people's patterns because of copyright. So I sit here and I doodle, and this is what happens when I doodle. My first pattern will be released on August 8th. It's a crochet along, and it's called Yaya's Hugs, and that was a doodle from Lives. Ida, I'm thinking that you can just do away with that one, if you would, please. Oh, Anne says, I try catching her live, but I find it hard while at work. I know those feelings. I know those feelings so much, because Chantel, I work nights. I work from 2 to 10, and Chantel always goes live, and I can't always listen in like I used to. Whew. Thank you, Spinning Yarn with Sherry. I think it's coming out nicely. It was a lot bigger at one point, but I tend to think about things as and then I walk away from it and I come back and I'm like, maybe not. And then I rip it out. Stupid work gets in the way of crochet time. Yes, it does. I wish I didn't have to work so I have more time to crochet, because I have so much yarn that I want to work on, but I don't have time. And every time I think that I'm getting myself, you know, like some time to do something for me, no. Something else happens. Like before I left to go to conference, I was busy filming the tutorials for Yaya's Hugs, which I can't show you because Jennifer accidentally, she took the one that I worked up, she took it with her to California to photograph for all of the pictures. And if you've seen the blog posts and all of that, then you've seen the pictures. And she was supposed to mail it back to me, and she forgot. So she took my Yaya's home with her. It's in Rome right now, and she's taking it back to South Africa, and then she's got to mail it back to me before I can show it to you. Goodness. How do you pick your colors to make a piece? Well, if I'm just doodling, I tend to, it depends on what I'm doing. Like Yaya's Hugs was for my grandchildren. So they're 3, one's a girl, one's a boy. So I picked, you know, boyish colors for the boy and girly colors for the girl. For this one, I happen to love vintage colors. Anything that's muted, anything that's like a vintage English garden. I love those colors, and that's why I picked these colors. And sometimes I don't know, when the mood strikes me. Cynthia said, I don't work anymore, and there's just never enough time to get it all done. Bummer. Oh. One of my hairs is trying to sneak into Yaya's garden. The Tunisian blanket on live stream at conference was amazing. That was Sandy Walker's blanket. She posted a picture of it in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. Oh, hold on, she posted a picture of it so you can see it closer up. They actually, when I went by it, I didn't realize it. And apparently the people that were putting up the displays didn't realize it either, because they put her blanket backwards. Oh, why, thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Damon is actually listening in tonight. Woo, we are special. We are special, special, special. Mr. Poppycock is listening. No sign of my partial yet. It should be here this week, assuming it takes the same time as the last. No, Kim, it's not here. I have been waiting. I have been waiting patiently. Now I am waiting impatiently because I have no Tim Tams. I'm so sad to admit. I've got to try Tunisian again. It's been a while. I do not know how to Tunisian crochet. Did I just do it again? Yes. What is my problem? Why am I doing that tonight? I'm making corners in my corner. Mr. Poppycock. He is Mr. Poppycock. If I made something and it was on display backwards, I would turn it the right way. I would have to make it right. What about you? Oh, she got it turned back around. But she didn't see it until they opened up the marketplace for members only. So it was a bit of a to-do there for a couple minutes. And there is the beginning of the Tim Tam talk. Listen, okay? Kim is the one that did it. That's all Kim's fault for doing it. No Tim Tams. No Tim Tams. I have no Tim Tams. It's a travesty. I will have you know. Kim said they do that a lot at the county fair type shows over here too. The people who do the displays are window dressers and know nothing about knit or crochet. That's a bummer. That's okay, Bobby. The bean stitch is an awesome stitch. You go right ahead. Ugh. My nose is starting to run for some reason. I don't know why. Ironically, the items are often labeled with the front and back, but they take the label off of them and promptly forget, oh, well, isn't that nice of them? My store just got a fresh shipment of Tim Tams, lots of flavors. Ooh, get the caramel ones. Get the caramel ones. The caramel ones are my favorite. I love them so much. Love, love, love them. Crystal Combs said, I do not care for Tim Tams. I love my Biscoff. Listen, I like Biscoffs too, but I don't discriminate. They're both great cookies. I will eat them both with the same enthusiasm. I just found out my stepmom is cleaning out her yarn stash and sending me a big box, and of course, she tells me before she mails it. Ugh, now I'm itching for it to get here. Oh no. Thank you, Mom. That's awesome. Joe said I'm wanting a Tim Tam right now. It's just that kind of day. I understand those feelings, Joe. Tim Tams make it better. I went looking for them and I have not found them. I need to understand why everyone likes them. Well, Mary, if you live in the US, the reason that you haven't heard about them is because they're an Australian cookie. That's why you haven't heard about them. And there's not many places that you can get them. I was talking to Aunt Jean Ann the other day on the phone. I think it was Saturday I was talking to her. And she actually got over to the World Market. And they have both kinds. They have the product of Australia and then they have made in Australia. So whenever you're going out, and I have figured out that that's the way to immediately tell if it's the real Tim Tam or not. If it says product of Australia, then it's not the real Tim Tam. If it says made in Australia, that's the real Tim Tam. That's the real Tim Tam. I ate Tim Tam fudge this morning. Oh! Yes, World Market does carry them, but they had both. Aunt Jean Ann said that she looked at it very meticulously. They had both. Ugh, Tim Tam fudge. Lord have mercy. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. So excited. I'm using vintage yarn left to me by my late mom. Many of them are from the 50s and the 60s. Ooh! Those yarns you got to be careful and make sure that you have enough for your pattern, because if you mess up and you don't have enough for it, you're never going to get any more. Oh, Crystal said, I ate Nutella in the late 70s and 80s. My Oma sent it from Germany. Did Nutella come from Germany? Amy doesn't have any caramel ones, Aunt Jean Ann. I didn't have any caramel ones to take with me. She just has the regular Tim Tams and the dark chocolate Tim Tams. I ate all of the caramel ones, because they're my favorite. I ate all of them. Mom wants to try the American version this time so we can see the difference. Just don't waste your money, Dee. Don't do it. She forgot to bring them. Forgot to bring them. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Oh man. Oh, freaky, then that wasn't the real thing. Bless your heart. And you didn't pretend to share and you didn't even pretend to share the baby. What do you mean? I took them. I took Tim Tams with me to conference. I did. You guys make it so hard on those of us who are diabetics. Have mercy on us. I'm so sorry, Beverly. I'm so sorry. But Tim Tams are life. Ooh, man. Let's see. We went to this Italian restaurant, you guys. Me and Jennifer and Amy and Betty McKnit and her sidekick Marianne. We went to go eat Italian one night that we were there, and they had, Betty was like, "Hey, will you share the appetizer, the tableside Caesar salad for two with me?" And I was like, "Hey, that sounds good." And the server was there, and we were talking about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we can just split it up between all of you guys, and yeah, it'll be fine." Oh, you guys, they came out with this big, huge wooden bowl and made the Caesar dressing. It took her like 10 minutes, and her arm was just a whipping the entire time to make that Caesar dressing. And then she piled everything. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. We had such a great time there. There was this Hungarian bakery that was so good. Breakfast was had at it twice and lunch once. And I went to that diner, the Red Arrow Diner. The only reason that I went there is because whenever I travel, I like to go to the diners, drive-ins, and dives website to see if he has been where I'm going. And if he has, you know, I go to one of the restaurants that's in the city. Well, there was one that was really super close. It was only like 3 blocks away from the hotel that we were in, and it was a 24-hour diner called the Red Arrow Diner. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. You guys, we went in there. It's not all that awesome. I mean, it was just food. It wasn't bad food, but it was just food. It was nothing to write home about at all. A Tim Tam is an Australian cookie, Terry. Whew. This right here is my TV show. Oh, freaky. Yeah, the food was just okay. The server that we had really did not like her job at all, and it showed. She was very cranky. Yeah, it just, I would definitely not go back again. There was another night that we were able to sneak out and we ate Japanese. And that night was me and Amy and Jennifer and Wanda and Sandra Ing, who is Mobius Girl. She is a Nurturing Fibers influencer. She's the US influencer for Nurturing Fibers. So it was great to meet her because I've spoken with her and I've dealt with her on online, but obviously she lives in Minneapolis. I hadn't gotten to meet her in person, and she was just delightful. She was lovely to be around. I really enjoyed being around her and spending time with her. Let's see, who else? What else did I? That's not a lot of eating. I mean, I was working a lot, but that's not a lot of eating, y'all. Oh, the first night we were there. Yeah, the first night we were there, we ate at the hotel restaurant, which was nothing to write home about either. I was not impressed with the hotel food, hence why we didn't eat it anymore. Hello. Don't get stuck there. That's not what we're about. So yeah, there's a whole year between now exactly, because I think that the conference starts on the 25th, or it's around the 25th of July next year. But it's in New Orleans, guys. Holy cow, the good eating that's going to happen in the evenings in New Orleans. I'm so excited about it. Hey, Jen! Yay! First time in ages. She's fallen asleep for her nap on time. That's great. Oh. But New Orleans is going to be great. I am so excited for conference in New Orleans. And let me tell you, these ladies are just as crazy as we are, y'all. Because you know, like Tamara Kelly, when I first met Tamara Kelly, the first couple of times that I was around her and I was talking to her, you know, I'm a lot, okay? I'm a lot. Everybody here knows that I'm a little bit extra, and I'm always a little bit extra, so I get it. But eventually she warmed up to me. But listen, there are some women there that are just as crazy as we are. It was so much fun. I just, it was so worth the long traveling, and I feel bad even calling mine long travel, because Jennifer was on a 22-hour flight to get there, and she's got a 22-hour flight back home with a 9 hour changeover in between them. So I feel bad, you know, complaining about my travel, but listen, you guys, you gotta go. You gotta start planning for it. Start saving your money for it. Even if you don't go, I think, I can't remember if Wanda took 2 classes a day or what, but the classes are kind of pricey. But you know, everybody that I met that had been in a class, they were all super, super happy with the class that they had taken and what they had learned in the class. So maybe you could plan for maybe like one class a day. Excuse me, but go Saints. It was so worth it, you guys. So worth it. I cannot express it enough. And all of the vendors that I met, they were all super kind people. It was just a good time. Who dat? Food, yes, food. The food in New Orleans is fantastic. Fantastic. And although I prefer Atlantic shrimp to Gulf shrimp, I'm not going to turn my nose up at fresh shrimp. I'm not going to do it. Oh, are we already planning our yarn crawl? Is that what's going on here? Are we planning our yarn crawl? We were stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana, and worked for a company based in Harahan. Went down there for a company party over 1,000 pounds of mud bugs. I was in heaven. Ooh, see, you can keep those. You can keep those. Lauren, I'm going to need you to put that on the schedule for you next year, because you didn't put it on the schedule this year because it was so far out, but you can handle New Orleans. It is this week next year. Beignets. Beignets. And Emma needs to come next year, even though it was closer to her this year. The problem with Emma is their family vacation is always in August. Hey, Mr. Poppycock, we would like to request the presence of Mrs. Poppycock next year, 3rd week, July, in New Orleans. Thank you, sir. Wonder if that's going to work. The cameras are no longer in sync. No, they haven't been. They went bonkers. When was it? It was my last live before I went to conference. They went back out of sync again. And to tell you the truth, I don't know how I got them back in sync to begin with. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I live in eastern Alabama now, but I will drive there from home. Ooh, nice. Crawfish étouffée. I just don't like crayfish, y'all. I just don't. Sue, do you live next to Dee? Because if you live next to Dee, then you might be able to bump up in April and see us. Mr. Poppycock likes New Orleans. See, there you go. There you go. Plan a 1.5 week vacation in New Orleans. You can spend 3 of those days with us in the hotel. They can do their own man thing off on their own. It'll be great. Look, there, I fixed it. I fixed it. Family vacation, and you get to come to conference. Winning. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I fixed it. Oh, you're about an hour away from her? Well, we put in our application for the Dallas Fiber Festival. Jennifer put that in last week, so hopefully we only have to wait, a few more weeks. I think they said that like applications are open for a month or something like that, and then they have to go through the vote. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. They have to go through the vote to see if we get in. So if we get in, that Dallas Fiber Festival is April 2nd through the 4th. I was already thinking about sharing her room to help with the cost. You were already thinking about sharing with Sue? That's funny. Where am I? That is a nut. That's not where I want to be. Right there is where I want to be. Come on. I went to the House of the Rising Sun for 2 days and danced and sang with an Aretha Franklin impersonator. Whoa, Terry, you sound like fun. You sound like lots of fun. You coming to conference? We like your kind of fun. We're awful tired after we close the booth, but you sound like lots of fun. Knit Science Lily. I love Dallas Fiber Festival. Great classes. Oh, good. I've heard lots of great things about it. I had never heard about it until they had a booth at the Crochet Guild of America conference. And they came over and they were talking to us. And I was like, wait, what? There's a fiber festival in Dallas? And you guys want to know the best part? You want to know the best part? Aside from the yarn, I can fly direct there from my little Podunk airport. Because for some reason, apparently, all of the dairy farm owners around here all got together and they talked this little private airline that has, they're across the Southwest and they've got a little bit in the Southeast and a little bit in the Northeast, and I think two runs that they do in the Northwest. But yeah, it's private flight. Now I can fly from here to Dallas in 1 hour and 45 minutes, private for $80. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Direct, and it's only a half-hour drive to the airport. No 2-hour drive to the airport. I won't have to leave here at 12:30 in the morning, y'all. I'm so excited about it. Good night, Dee. Whew. Why is this art so addicting? Because it's pretty and it makes us feel good on the inside. That's why. Oh, lucky ducky. Listen, y'all. I'm going to be flying in style to Dallas if we get into Dallas. I'm going to have to mail everything to Dallas because you can only carry 50 pounds with you, and that's just not going to be enough for all of the yarn that I have to take. But that's okay. It's all okay. We will mail it to somebody somewhere. Yes, we will. But who wants to deal with Atlanta traffic? Oh, getting to the airport in Atlanta isn't all that bad. Let me tell you, I would rather deal with a month of Sundays driving in downtown Atlanta traffic than drive in Dallas. I'm Ubering it the entire time I'm there with my eyes closed. Goodbye, Sarah. See you next week. Beverly, you're going to come to New Orleans? We will have to get an It's Crochet O'Clock / Good Loops, like, block of rooms or something. If we have a lot of people going to conference next year. What's the dates for Dallas? Dallas is April 2nd. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Let me, because that one's a lot closer. Dallas Fiber Festival. Go. There we go. Dallas Fort Worth Fiber Fest, April 2nd through the 5th is when the Fiber Festival is in Dallas. I would rather drive in Dallas than Austin. Airbnb a whole house. You know, I might look into an Airbnb for Dallas. If we get into Dallas, I think I'm going to look at an Airbnb because it's at a convention center. It's not in a hotel. It was really nice, guys. It was really nice. Like, there was one day where something strange happened to us while we were there, and it happened to all three of us. You know that feeling when you're on an elevator and you get that feeling, but it's just for a couple seconds, and it's only when, you know, it's moving. We were getting that at random times during the day. Like, and you could tell whenever it would happen because all of our faces would immediately turn green, and we were just like, ugh. And Amy had one day where she got really bad and she was starting to get a headache. And I said, you know what? Classes have gone back into session. Things have started to slow down. We're still steady, but they've started to slow down. Just go upstairs, eat something, take a Motrin, and lay down. And I said, you know, just you've got like 2 hours before another big wave comes. And she was able to just go upstairs and go take a nap. So that I did like, staying at the hotel for that. But the Fiber Festival in Dallas, it's in a big convention center and there's no hotel attached to it. Vertigo type things, yes. Yes, that's what was happening. What was I doing? I was doing something. And now I cannot remember. But it was just weird that it was happening to all of us. It wasn't just happening to one person. It was happening to all of us. It was very, very awkward. Very strange. Not okay. I need to count these. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta count these real quick. Of course. Of course. Of course we couldn't have an even number. No, we can't do that. 31. Were you on top of a subway that could have been moving? I don't know. Does Manchester have a subway? I didn't see one. I don't know. Sue, you're evil for doing that. That's mean. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Of course. Can't have even numbers. That was just mean. You were trying to mess up my counting. I know what you were doing there. I know what you were doing. I don't think it was, I don't know what it was. I just know that it was strange and it wasn't okay. We didn't like it. Oi, stop it. How many did I have on that one? Earthquakes and hurricanes I cannot do. Well, honey, you get lots of warning about hurricanes. You can leave. I'd much rather live in a hurricane zone than deal with any other natural disaster ever. Maybe that's just because I was born and raised in a hurricane-prone area, and, you know, I spent my life dealing with them. Maybe that's why, but listen, I can run from a hurricane. You don't get no warning with earthquakes. You know, if you counted in without having... Kim, we are not friends right now. Maybe you all had the inner ear thing from flying. Maybe. Maybe. My monster is saying my stitch count is off today, but that's okay because somebody brought me the Lord's chicken. Y'all, Mariel brought me the Lord's chicken. I was in the booth and I was so hungry. It was on Saturday. I was so hungry. I was on the verge of getting hangry, you guys. I was so hungry. And she brought me the Lord's chicken. She brought all of us lunch. It was so awesome. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this cone now. So 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to skip 2. Maybe. I'm going to skip 2. We got a donut delivery from Jackie while we were working. Aww. Isn't that awesome? Friends are awesome. Hangry, I might borrow that. Listen. Good night, Emma. Good night, Mr. Poppycock. Yes, I can deal with a tornado. What? Tornadoes? Tornadoes will scoop you up like tornadoes are like the fingers of God. They just reach right on down the clouds. There's no warning with, I mean, there's barely any warning with them. Y'all listen, okay? Do you know how bad it scares me driving home? I have like a 30 to 45 minute drive at home at night, depending on, you know, whatever is going on. And it's, you know, like after 10 o'clock at night, and it's dark, and when it starts storming, it terrifies me because I am literally in the middle of nowhere. I don't get to do my drive home with street lights all around me and everything. Oh no. No, that's not what happens. Like nothing around me, nothing around me, and it terrifies me because I'm like, I will not see that thing. Every time I have to drive home at night in the rain, that's all I can think about is tornadoes. Exactly, and they will drop houses on you. Haven't you seen The Wizard of Oz? Haven't you, any of you? Oh. I don't like tornadoes. I do not like tornadoes at all. I do not like them. I don't like earthquakes either, because listen, the earth moving around you for no reason and shaking your person just out of nowhere. God is going to take us when he is ready, so I don't fear any type of weather. Terry, you sound just like my Aunt Jean Ann. I mean, she has fears, but she's just like, eh. My Aunt Jean Ann always tells all of us, I love you, but I love God more. She's all, don't be sad for me when I leave, because I'm not going to be sad for you. I'm not going to miss you. I love you too, Aunt Jean Ann. It cracks me up. I love you, but I love God more. I always think Jesus is coming. There's always, I blame my nanny. She's been telling me since I was young that Jesus is coming. So, like, I'm always phobic that this is it. This is it. It's happening. See? Now my Aunt Jean Ann pipes in. I knew she was still watching. Okay, that's going treble, treble, double, double, double. Oh, I was supposed to be doing halves. Half. Okay. Half. 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 But you can get underground and save yourself. Oh, really? Oh, really? With enough warning, you can. But you don't always get the warning. You were so funny. Listen. If it happens, it happens. Not a darn thing any of us can do about it. Listen, okay? I ain't ready. I am not ready. I mean, like, look, I don't go into the ocean. I love the ocean. I love, love, love the ocean. I love to be within its presence and look over its majesty. I love to breathe in of its salty goodness. I love the ocean, but I do not go into the ocean because that is the shark's house. I don't go into Great White's house. No, ma'am. No, that is not what I do because I want to live. I don't go onto big old cruise ships that go out onto big open water because Titanic. I learn from other people's mistakes. Okay? I just don't do it. I'm not one of them people. Aw, my Aunt Jean Ann is sick, you guys. She's got the crud. Poor Aunt Jean Ann. I have too much yarn to use to die soon. Ain't that the truth? Oh. Oh. Did I do 3 trebles there? Please tell me I did. Alright, I did. If you watch Jaws, the sharks never ate the chubby folks, just the skinny. Good luck. I'm gonna be safe for forever. I was telling Amy tonight, I normally talk to her on Monday nights, but before my lives, and I was telling her tonight she was fussing at her husband because he went and he got her ice cream, and he didn't bring her ice cream, and he was like, I was doing it for you, because you know you just gonna get up in the morning, get on the scale, and be all upset, and I was like, girl, skinny can wait until tomorrow. I've been telling myself that a couple years now, but skinny can wait until tomorrow. Now I have a really good excuse. Sharks won't eat the fat ones. Thank you, Ida. Thank you. Just in case I get thrown overboard in the desert, because I live in the desert, but just in case I get thrown overboard, I have to be prepared. I just... Preparation is key, you guys. If we're going to survive, you got to prepare. You know, I would go on the crochet cruises in Australia done by Crafty Adventures. I would go on their cruises. If I had the money and the time to take off from work to go over there for it, I absolutely would go on a Crafty Adventures cruise. Because they don't go out over big water like that. Like, I'm not going across the Atlantic. I'm not going across the Pacific. Like, I'll hop around the Caribbean islands. I'll do that. I'll hop around the Med. I'll do that. I ain't going across the Atlantic. I ain't going across the Pacific. It ain't happening. Thank the Lord I'm safe. That's what I'm saying. I'd have just, like, you made me so happy. Because let me tell you, there is chicken spaghetti that just went in the oven. I heard them out there banging. It was supposed to be my birthday dinner last night. But things went a little haywire. So, chicken spaghetti's for dinner tonight. And I have been thinking about it since yesterday. And I'm going to have to keep myself from eating the whole pan of it in one sitting. Because I love it so much. But now, you know, I got to get my shark deflector body on. That's what we're going to call it. Bye, Leanne. Exactly, I know. One tasted my mother out at Hunting Island State Beach. No. No. No, no, no. Granted, they didn't eat her, but tasted her. And, I want that. I want that. You seriously need to be careful with those vicious desert sharks. Listen. The tarantulas out here are just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I cannot wait until I don't have to fear them every time I walk outside. DM coming up. Oh, Mom is making red beans and rice with Cajun sausage. Lord. Australia is in the Pacific Ocean. I understand that Australia is in the Pacific Ocean, but I don't want to take a cruise ship from Miami, Florida to Australia. I will fly to Australia, and then I will get on the cruise ship that just zips from port to port to port. I don't want to go across big water. I don't want to go from New York City to England. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Speaking of things you want to nope out of, sand spiders. I saw a video. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. Beverly made baked chicken with her own raised grain beans, mashed potatoes, and fresh peaches. Lord. I don't fly over the oceans because all you hear is how aircraft are breaking. Aunt Jean Ann won't fly over big water either. She'll fly over land, but she won't fly over big water. Which cracks me up, because if anything bad is going to happen, it's going to happen no matter where it is. You're going to go boom one way or another. You're just scaring yourselves. Look, I'm happy. I'm happy with how I'm living my life. Oh, shoot. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, no, just 1. You know how to deal with tarantulas? A flamethrower. Lord, the tarantulas out here are really, really, really bad, and I think it's because it's so hot and they're coming out. I walked out of work because my work is like, there is nothing around my work, you guys. Nothing but fields all over the place. Just and there's my work, just in the middle of nowhere. And tarantulas burrow. Oh, they burrow. They burrow. So they're out there, and normally the only time that you really get to see them is during mating season, because then they venture out and they're just all over the place and they're just trotting down the streets. They're all over the place. But for some reason, it's summertime. It's July and they are out and about in force. I had to go running into my office because I stepped outside and I turned around and there was one that was like as big as my hand, like stuck to the back of the door, and I couldn't get in because it was there. So I had to go running around the building, and I went running and I was like, she's like, thank God they know me, because she got up with a fly swatter and she's like, where that? Where that? So she went out and she saved my life, but I can't take them, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm surprised I was able to muster up the energy to run from that sucker. You're just afraid that after all those delicious Tim Tams, the sharks will think you're just too sweet to pass up. Ugh. Great whites. But you know, it's weird because, and it's funny because Amy and I were having a conversation with Jennifer saying that both of us wanted to go to South Africa, and me and Amy almost at the same time said that we wanted to go to the Cape because we wanted to go see the great whites. Because the Cape in Australia used to be the only place where humans had ever observed great whites breaching out of the ocean. Like they come flying up it's beautiful, it's majestic, but it's terrifying at the same time, because those are big animals and they are just launching themselves out with such force that their entire bodies come out of the water, and it's beautiful. But I think last year or the year before, they finally observed them doing it in New Zealand too. But it used to be just the Cape, but the Cape is famous for it. So I thought it was funny that both of us wanted to go and see those, and that comes from our Poppy, because our Poppy always used to watch Shark Week when we were little, and we would watch Shark Week with him. That's one of the big things that's always on Shark Week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. That's a whole lot of nope. That's a whole lot of nope, nope, nope. It means you aren't safe in a boat. Kim, I will be terrified, but I will do it. I will do it. Because my Poppy would do it. I would do it. I didn't say mammal, I said animal. Sharks. Sharks are fish because they have gills. Was watching a show last night on National Geographic of some sharks they saw in Hawaii. One of them was deep blue, and they say she is over 20 feet long and at least 50 years old, and she is huge. Whoa. Whoa. Boat, nor plane, nor car, no train. I would like to see it. I would be terrified the entire time. I would be very terrified. But I would still like to, I would like to see it. And, you know, we just so happen to, if I went to South Africa, then, you know, I get to hang out with Jennifer. I get to hang out with Carly. I get to hang out with Vanessa Smith. Yes. Yes, sharks give birth to live young. There is an app that I used to have. I finally took it off my phone because obviously I didn't need it anymore. And to tell you the truth, I was getting a bit crazy with it because when I lived in South Carolina, I lived right on the water, and we had, I guess it was 6 years ago now, 6 or 7 years ago, there was this great white that came in and went all the way up the estuaries into brackish water, which is where the fresh water meets the salt water from the ocean, which they're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be safe up there. Not anymore, but that great white was just causing havoc all over the islands where I'm from. And there were just huge fish that were popping up half eaten, and dolphins that were popping up. And you know, like, dolphins fight sharks. That's the only time I will ever get into the water, is if I see dolphins around, because dolphins and sharks don't get along, and dolphins beat the fire out of sharks. Well, this great white was eating dolphins, like snapping them in half, eating dolphins, and it made me kind of crazy. So it's like the Oceanic app, and they tag all of these sharks, and a lot of them are great whites, and one of them is Mary Lee, and Mary Lee always, always, always goes back to the islands where my hometown is. One time she was in my backyard. You guys, I'm not lying to you. She was in my backyard, and it freaked me out. So I was like, she's right out there. She wasn't, because she had pinged there, and she had probably moved off. But listen, she was in my backyard, and she's big. She's big. Whew. Scared. Scary, scary, scary. Oof. I used to watch that thing all the time, which is kind of strange because, like I said, I don't go and get in the water. Mary Lee is big. Yes, she is. Mary Lee is really big. And she's always going back. It's weird that they follow the same paths. Treble, treble. Double, double, double. Half, half. Up. Almost. I only missed that one by one. I have O Search on my favorites. It's a really neat app to have, you know, the information that they have on it, and how they follow how the sharks are tracked and how they get their names. I think it's called a migration path. Okay, smarty. Yes, the migration path. It's really cool. Thank you, Ida. Although I didn't need the warning. Do you know why I didn't need the warning? Because I can smell dinner. It's getting close. I can smell dinner out there, and it smells so good. You guys, I'm so excited about it. Yeah, but Mary Lee has been as far, I believe, as South Florida, and yeah. Yep. She goes all the way up to Massachusetts. Wow, it's been an hour and a half already. I know. Isn't that crazy? Where did our time go? One, two, three. One, two. Are you happy my hair is back to bright and colorful? Yes, it was strange that you went with normal tones, Kim. That's not you. Actually, sharks aren't fish. I don't know how to say that word. I'm not even going to try. Learned that in my daughter's 2nd grade class while helping 30 odd years ago. Sorry, first time I've been able to use that silly tidbit. They also tag seals, alligators, whales, and turtles. Oh, really? That's something that I do miss about living on the ocean, you guys. I miss being able to go out and help the baby sea turtles when they're hatching and they're having issues getting their directions right. Some of them, bless their hearts, they're not born with a compass that's got a good hamster running in it. I love sea turtles, guys. You're very welcome, Ann Clark. It is my pleasure. I hope you come back again. I'm back. It's very cloudy, but still hot outside. It rained earlier. I'm in West Central Texas. It was actually pretty nice here today. It was like 80 degrees here today. It was nice. It was very nice. I was very happy when I walked outside to go to the post office. Then you can see if the ocean chooses you to save the world. What? Those are some really big words, Crystal. How on earth did they get a tracking device on a great white shark? You need to watch some more Shark Week. Oh, so what they do is they get into a cage. Sometimes they're even crazy enough that they go out, like out and about, teetering like just like out, and they have these long like harpoon type things, and they shoot the tags into the fins. Imagine that, huh? But sometimes they can get it from inside a cage. If the great white comes by them, they'll be able to snap them with the hook and get it into them. Hello, Teresa's Treasures. Welcome. Very, very carefully. Yes, I remember. He used to run shark lines. Whew. Have never watched Shark Week, maybe. Oh, Sally! Shark Week is fabulous. Sharks terrify me, but Shark Week is fabulous. I never miss a Shark Week. Catherine got so aggravated with me because last year was the first Shark Week where I've ever had to work at night. So I was missing all of the Shark Week stuff, and I made her DVR all of the Shark Week stuff. Because I couldn't miss any of it. No, it wasn't that. Was it? Yeah, I think it was, because half of it I was in Florida with, and I got to watch him with Amy and her husband Rob, and some with my Aunt Jean Ann. But half of it was, or I missed a lot of it because we had so many family functions going on, something like that, and Catherine had to DVR all of it for me. She was so unhappy with me because there was a lot of shows. There's a lot to learn. Good night, Beverly. Shark Week is next week? Stop it. Hi, Lane. This is my doodle. I doodle while I am live talking to you guys. Well, good night. Everybody's starting to bail out. It's starting to get that time of the evening. It's late on the East Coast. Shark Week is next week. Ugh, I gotta go and set all the timers. Do you guys get the Discovery Channel, Sally? Because that's the network channel that does it. Stephanie, I had a great time chatting with you and everyone else. Okay, Justine, see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'll be here. Oh, my nose is itching. I'm waiting to see if they have the Discovery Channel in Australia. Discovery Channel is the channel that Shark Week comes on. Have you seen the Turtle Baby Blanket by Helen Coe? No. No, I have not. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. So when is Fiberfest in Texas? Fiberfest is April 2nd through the 5th. And that's the Dallas Fiber Festival. If we get in, we will be there. With bells on. And I will be a lot more chipper. Thank you, Dee. I will be a lot more chipper because I get to fly direct. Are you making plans, Bobby? Wait, didn't you say, were you the one that said that you were like a 5-hour drive from it? Bye to all who are leaving. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with them. We have lots of people from in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. You know, people have put their they put their pins where they live on the map. And there's a nice little healthy number of folks that live around there. Good night, Karen. Hopefully I'll be able to plan better because we were so busy vending that it was very, very hard for us to spend time with people, you know, as much as we wanted to. So maybe we'll be able to plan better. I don't know what the hours are going to be for when it's open. But it was like the only time we really got to hang out where we wouldn't be interrupted because we had to turn around and go help somebody at the booth was at dinner time, which wasn't until 9 o'clock at night. But it was nice. We made it. Hello, Cinderella fan. Going until my battery dies. Oh, are you related to Emma from Pip and Poppycock? Because that's how she likes to live her life on the wild side. I posted the sea turtle blanket on the onto the Facebook page. Thank you, Ida. I love sea turtles. I really do. We got about 14 minutes left, guys. Gosh, the time just flew this evening. All right, you stop it. Tired of listening to you. Bendy was 9 to 5, but we usually started around 8:30. I did too just now. Yay! Everybody's that's for some reason not in live this evening is going to be like, why is all this sea life popping up? It'd be great if we could get a bunch of people to go to that are in Dallas. But it's kind of a bummer because, you know, we were in New Hampshire So we got some of the Northeast people, you know, Mariel lived like 30 minutes away. There were other people that lived in Manchester that I got to meet. And so we were kind of in the Northeast. And how far is Dallas from New Orleans? Because I think we'll be able to. Ida, you're in Alabama. How far is, oh, wait. How far is New Orleans from you? It's not very far from you, is it? When I was a kid, I wanted to become a marine biologist. Unfortunately, did not happen. Join the Army. Well, I wanted to be an archaeologist. That didn't happen. I wanted to go dig things up in Egypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. NOLA is about 3-ish hours. See, so we could get people from Alabama, the panhandle of Florida. Oh. Yeah, that could be doable. Could be very doable. I'm starting to see the money. Gotta talk the hubby into reservations down there. Well, wait until they, or wait, are you talking about Dallas or are you talking about, Crochet Guild conference? Yeah, I think I need to be. Goodbye, Sally. See you next week. I just clicked on the join button on Facebook. Aw, well, one of my mods might get to it. I can't get to it right now, but maybe one of my mods will get to you and approve you. I'm going to have lots of fun. It's a great group of people in the Facebook group, honestly. Don't forget. Oh. Texas. Well, some parts of Texas are not far from New Orleans, but other places in Texas are far from New Orleans. Treble, double. Oof, I went too many on that one too. Thank you, D. 3. Oh, yes, Dallas. Well, hopefully, cross your fingers, start praying that they let me and Jen in. Because they might not. They get like, I think they said last year they got like 250 applications and they only have 95 booths. So, no, we'll have to see. New Orleans is about 6-7 hours from me. Oof. Want to go to New Orleans, but not looking like it. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Anywho, it's good for everybody to know so everybody can start planning for them. And we should know within the next month or so, I would say, if we're going to get into the Fiber Fest. I'm in West Virginia, safely landlocked. We do have the occasional tornado, though they tend to be smaller ones, and no tarantulas. Ugh. I can't deal with them anymore. Okay, going to start saying bye because you never know when the YouTube stream will stop the live stream. Well, that's true. It does get very annoying, doesn't it? I probably need to try and do better at that, but it's hard to tell when it's actually going to cut it off and when it's going to leave it there. So, if you're new and you've lasted this long, welcome to the tribe. We're kind of crazy. We don't always just talk about yarn. We don't always just talk about crochet. We talk about all kinds of things. We're a big old family here, and we're a welcoming bunch. So you can just jump right in. Make yourself at home. I'm almost done with this. I really want to be done with this before I go in. I'll call them every day, 3 times a day. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Hopefully they will. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Dee. Please make sure that you hit the like button. Helps out the channel a lot. Helps more tribe members come and find us. 1, 2, okay, 2 more. No, not halves, just regular single crochet, Stephanie. Oof. All right, come here. Yay! You guys, I finished 2 rounds. Hello, lovely crochet. I'm so sorry you're getting us just as we are getting ready to close out. I'm so sorry. But you can always catch us on the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. You can also catch us here every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless something crazy is happening and I can't be here, I am normally here. And remember, freaky is harmless. So, you guys, it is time to go. Wait, I'm Janet. I'm new and just wanted to say hi and ask what you're making. Aw, hi Janet. I'm sorry, we're about ready to sign off, but this is my doodle. I doodle while I am live here with you guys. So this is just my doodle. We'll see what it's going to turn into one of these days. It doesn't grow very fast because I only work on it for 2 hours a week, and then some days I end up not liking it a lot, so I frog it back. But we will see. We will see what happens with it. But for now, I am going to say goodbye. I will see you guys next week. If you're not a member of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group and you don't get to talk to me before then, have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And again, thank you for your patience and understanding of me not being live last week. It really did help out. And I was not so tired going back to work because I was able to just focus on resting. So, bye for now, guys.